Hey everyone, how is everyone doing? This is another episode of me sharing what I'm building in public. My name is Yoli and I'm building borderlessself.com. Check it out. I've got an app that just launched this week and that was terrifying. So I finally moved my app out of the test flight mode into public release, and it is available in the iPhone, Apple App Store, soon coming to Android Play Store, but for now, we're starting with the iPhone App Store and still in beta testing mode. And so a lot of my week has been spent talking to potential customers, getting the app in front of users and gathering feedback. So this whole week, I have taken two approaches. One approach was to put friends and family into a WhatsApp group. And these are friends and family who fit the profile of my target market. And so those who are globally mobile, who have moved and lived in various countries, professionally, legally immigrating. And so hearing insights from them, getting the app in their hands, and getting feedback, which has been quite cool. Very simple process. Let me just share my screen here. And so, as you can see, I've set up a group called Test Yoli's App Borderless Self. And you can see I've got a number of people I have previously worked with who fit the profile, and I'm gathering feedback from them, which has been super cool. And this is insights that can then um, help me uh, figure out the next steps in my product roadmap. So that's one tack, which is a group of friends and family. I think I've got about 20 people. Put in double that, and then people who are not into it are welcome to leave, and those who are open to giving using the app and giving some feedback, I've been able to have some conversations with them. Obviously, this is not something that scales. To take it to the next level, I have taken a second approach, which is happening in parallel, and that is talking to a much bigger group of people. I have a list of about 5,000 contacts who fit my target profile. And what I've done is set up a WhatsApp marketing and put them in um, a a flow that allows me to reach out to them, have them opt in, and then engage. So as you can see from this data, of the 5,000, I've actually messaged 669. 650 of them were delivered successfully, 348 read, and 61 replied. And as you can see, if you are a marketer, you will understand what those percentage rates are and how good they are, and good or not good. So my read rate is about 53% of those delivered, and then my reply rate is about 17%, who I have actually started having conversations. So these are ongoing chats back and forth with um, users. As you can see in my inbox, you can see that I have good example here. So here's someone who says, I've asked the question, I've said, if you could wave a magic wand and remove one frustration from living internationally, what would it be? No wrong answer. I'm genuinely curious. And this person says getting settled savings, usually about 3 months to find the perfect living space, down payment. So all these kinds of, as you can tell, these are not multiple choice answers. These are people who are engaging and giving feedback, actually having a conversation with them. This person says taxes. Good luck with what you're building. Um, and so it's been a great process, and ultimately ask them, would you be interested in being part of a beta test group and actually working with them long term, which is the goal. So when I worked in the enterprise space, we've done this quite often. I've done various iterations of market research, various iterations of community building, and various iterations of having either a beta test group of power users or having a board of essentially ambassadors or advisors, etc. It really depends on how you want to characterize it and how you want to build community. But I would say this is a hybrid approach to market research. And the channel is important. For this particular target market, WhatsApp is the channel of choice because the international digital nomad, expat, immigrant group are very active on WhatsApp. So that has been my approach. It has been great. Worked with. Let me just share. What I then did was you can download. You can download all your chats, all your WhatsApp chats, throw them into AI, and then ask the AI to um, come up with a report. And so I have been working with that. Obviously, there's a bunch of insights that I'm not going to share because that'll feed my product roadmap. It's helped me understand different personas and what the implication is. And so that's another great way to just use the AI is like just download all the chats and ask it to provide some insights. Once I get to about 100 conversations, I will be comfortable considering that sort of statistically significant. I have a list of about 5,000 that I'm going to keep adding and looking to engage with. And that is the work that I'm doing for the next month. This is a list I've been building for a while. I was a nomad myself, and I am an expert and an expat and have been an immigrant my whole life. And so I also owned a co-working space in Tulum for about 4 years, in Tulum, Mexico for about 4 years. So was embedded in the nomad and expat community and have been so in Dubai. So all of this is informing my uh, insights around what are the needs, what are some of the problems, and what would be deemed valuable. So it's been exciting. I will say terrifying because it's one thing working for enterprise organizations like I have my whole career and launching products and not really like feeling I did not internalize the depth of connection to a product you have when it's you that has actually um, designed it, coded it, assisted by AI in this case, but it hits different for sure. Um, because it feels like you're putting your baby out there. You definitely have that feeling, when you're working in an enterprise organization, but I have understood now the level of connection that you really do feel to a product. You're putting it out there for criticism. You're putting it out there to see whether you are on the mark in terms of the problem you're solving. You're putting it out there and for failure, and until you hit product market fit, um, target audience fit, I really, it's and problem fit, um, it's going to continue to be a journey. But talking to customers is critical. And that is something I'm going to continue to do for the next month. Um, it's I'm sure I could do this faster, but there are some things that I do think it do not scale, and I'm doing those things. I'm willing to do them because I think the insights are invaluable. So as I get this research and for feedback from that first group of people who I know and who I can speak with more freely, as well as this second group where I am doing, sort of more traditional market research with. I am building the product roadmap, implementing the feedback in real time, and waiting for my next. I will probably do another product release in another 2 weeks, and implementing some of these changes. And in the meantime, I'm really just enjoying talking to potential customers. It has been a very insightful week. So, how are you guys doing? How are you who are building out there? What are you finding? How has your market research process been? Are there tools that you're using that have been useful? What are the channels that you're using to engage with your potential customers? I'm curious. For me, WhatsApp has been a good channel because it is a global channel. Outside of North America, it's used extensively. In North America, obviously, Meta is pushing for driving adoption, but it is a global channel, so a very useful channel for engaging customers. That's it. See you in the next one.